Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I am frankly FM84 and today you join me for another episode of the Roten Bullen. We are currently out in Germany managing Red Bull Leipzig. So, in the last episode, we started off our league campaign with a win. And as I said, we were going to push forwards to today's episode, which will be against Borussia Dortmund in the league. Before we jump in and show you what's been happening since you've been away, please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button to help the channel out. If you've done that already though, let's have a little look at the schedule and see what you've missed since you've been away. So since that Union Berlin game where we won 2-0, we went on and beat fierce rivals Bayer Leverkusen 5-2 with goals from Ackman, Lamptey, Brenner, Forsberg and Pino. An impressive performance there to get us 3 points. We also beat Werder Bremen 1-0 in a game where Gvardiol got sent off in the first half and Messi scored with a penalty. We had a bit of a crazy game where we had a 4-4 draw in the Bundesliga against Hoffenheim. We had goals from Kabak, Gomez, Brenner and Tonali. Strange to see two centre-backs scoring 2 headers from corners. So good set pieces, but obviously they weren't doing a great job at the other end because we conceded 4 goals too. And then in the last game before we come back, we had a 5-0 win against FC Copenhagen in the Champions League. So, in fact, before I move on, there was a hat-trick there for Brenner. It was an own goal from Stefan Bell and Lionel Messi scored in the 60th minute. So that leads us all to today's game against Borussia Dortmund. We have got Gvardiol out suspended and Minamino currently has a thigh strain, so he won't be playing. But let's show you the team lineup that will be playing, and it is as follows. So we've got Lunin in goal, Nets, Gomez, Kabak and Lamptey, Harvey Elliott, Sandri and Tales Magno in the middle, with Messi playing behind our trusted front two of Ali and Brenner. So fingers crossed, we're going to go into this big top of the table clash. In fact, before I do click that button, let me show you the table. So you can see that we are currently second in the league, having dropped those 2 points. Borussia Dortmund are perfect at the moment, and they sit top of the table with 4 wins from 4 and 12 points. So hopefully we will be the team that will topple them, or at least take a point from them and slow that train down. Let's jump in and find out what happens. Here we go then, top of the table clash in the Bundesliga is underway. First 5-6 minutes, nothing really happening. Both teams I think are just sizing each other up and scoping each other out. Dortmund have had the first couple of shots, but it's us that has the first highlight. Lamptey with a throw into Sandri, plays it back to Kabak. He then plays it forward to Sandri, goes to Messi. Ali Ackman tries to get turned. Brenner plays Tales Magno in. Tales Magno scores the first goal of the game to give us the lead against Borussia Dortmund. This is a fixture that across the 3 full seasons that we've had at Leipzig has caused us some problems sometimes. But today we have started off brilliantly with a goal after 16 minutes. It's a nice little bit of interchange, and then Tales Magno is put in and he does not miss from there. So let's hope we can build upon this lead and move forwards, as that league table in the bottom left is all changed. We suddenly are top of the table, but we now have a free kick to defend. And they play it cleverly back to, I think that's just Lanes, and he had a shot, but that is tipped over the bar. So they're going to have a corner kick, which he's going to swing in, and it is headed away as far as Gio Reyna in the midfield, and that is the end of that highlight. So successfully defended there, but we have another throw-in that goes to Brenner. He's in the box, he plays Ali Ackman in, and that's Ackman's second goal of the season. An assist for Brenner just shows you how vital this front pairing is to the club. They are the ones that absolutely dominate in the Bundesliga. So it's Lamptey with the throw-in. Brenner actually gets in the way of his own teammate, but gets the ball, and Ackman, the little movement to get free of his man, he tucks the ball away into the bottom corner of the net. And all of a sudden it's 2-0 after 34 minutes. We are looking very good. When you look at the stats, it doesn't really suggest that either team should be on top, but we have been clinical with the chances we have been given. Oh, Brenner's now picked up a knock, so we'll have a look at half-time what to do with Brenner, although it doesn't look as if he's struggling that much there. He's played in Ali Ackman, and that makes it 3, so there's no need to leave him any longer than need be. So who should we play up front? But Pino or Savio? I think we're going to bring one Brazilian on for another. Give Savio a go up front. No point risking Brennan now at this point that we are 3-0 up and look to be cruising, to be fair. We played some really good football also to complement us, although Dortmund here are having an attack. And this guy on the left is causing us some kind of problems. Obviously not enough to get them on the score sheet, but they are going to have a throw in here. And I think that was just the highlight for the substitution. So we're going 3-0 up at half time, and I have to say I am very surprised at that scoreline. I thought this game would be a lot tighter than it actually is. We aren't going to make any more changes with Brenner being the enforced one at half time. We're going to carry straight on in to the next part of the game. And we have a goal kick early on in the second half. She's played to Kabak, and that's a terrible pass forwards. Gio Reyna is in, and all the goals so far have been at this end of the ground, and that's 3-1 as Gio Reyna gets a goal back. A little bit suspect defending there. I mean, Kabak with the poor pass forwards, and then, yeah, it didn't really seem to work. But we have got a corner that's swung in by Messi. It's been headed away as far as Sandri. He needs to get the ball. Magno tries to have a shot. And Kabak again there with a lax pass. But somehow we've worked it into the box, and Savio is in. Savio has scored his first goal of the season, having come on for Brenner. Somehow the ball was just bobbling around between players. Nobody really seemed to want it. Magno had the shot there. Kabak plays it to Reyna. And then there's a poor pass, or two poor passes. Araujo passes it into the path of Savio, leaves him one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and he smashes it into the bottom corner to restore our 3-goal lead. And that was actually a really good finish. And then again, now we are on the attack. Messi plays the ball to Savio, who's come out to this right wing. He's going to look to beat his man on the outside, crosses the ball in, but doesn't beat the first man. And then Dortmund are passing it around now as they look to try and get another goal back. It's Kabak this time that does his defensive duties well, and Harvey Elliott's got the ball, passes it to Ali Akman. It's a crossfield ball to Thales Magno, who's unmarked, gets into the box, he squares it, and there is Savio for a second goal, and a tapping this time that was engineered by us, not by the downfall of the defence. And that's brilliant. It's a 5-1 lead with an hour on the clock against, coming into the game, the top of the table team. And all of a sudden we are showing them exactly what we're made of. We are flexing our muscles and showing them we are not to be messed with. So we have another goal kick that goes to Kabak. This time the long ball is not at head height, but still the end result is that Dortmund have it in the middle of the park. They are knocking it around, trying to build an attack down that right hand side. Gio Reyna has got himself into a bit of space, and when he pulled the trigger, he's luckily for us pulled it wide. And he did all the hard bit and couldn't find the finish. We have another corner here as Messi swings the ball in. It's dealt with well though by Dortmund's defence. And now Reyna is on the attack again. He looks to beat his man, cuts the ball back to Jude Bellingham. He has the shot. Surely that was offside there. I can't believe there isn't even a VAR check going on for that, because it looked like Lainez was miles offside. But he's tapped the ball into the net. The goal stands. It's 5-2, and all of a sudden now Dortmund seem to be in the ascendancy as they are having another chance. And Yusufa Makoko has got another goal back, and from being 5-1 up after 64 minutes, it's now 5-3, and all of a sudden our defenders have some question marks over them. We are going to attack again, but we did have to make a substitution there because Messi was looking tired. So Salas has come on. It's a ball over the top there. It forced Ali Akman. This was a bit of a fluke in terms of the setup, but the finish, there was no doubts about that whatsoever. He smashed it into the top corner, and it's a great finish. Lamptey beats his man, plays the ball to Salas. Sandri with the ball over the top. As soon as it bounces, Nets runs into a clearance from Araujo, and Ali Akman just smashes it into the top corner. 6-3, and we are flying again. So 10 minutes left in the game. I've got one substitution left, and I think I'm going to make it in the middle of the park. Tyler Adams is going to come on in place of Sandry, just to make sure that we don't have any tired legs in the middle of the park, because there are a lot of tired legs. Elliot, Magno, definitely look like two that could have come off, but just wanted to try and shore it up in the middle. And as it happens, it's led to another goal as Gabriel Menino smashes a ball right-footed past Lunin. And this is a bit of a crazy game, a 10-goal thriller, and we're still on the attack here. There's a corner that comes in, the header is put just wide. Some of these games that we are involved in are crazy. We had 4-4 draws, a 6-4 win. It's a little bit ridiculous, really, but it just shows that our team is fantastic. The way that we set up and play. I mean, Dortmund have actually had 20 shots, 9 on target, only scored 4 goals. And we had 13 shots with 10 on target, but we scored 6 goals. So our shooting accuracy and the chances that we created were fantastic, and it proves to be the decisive factor to come away with 3 points and scored 6 goals. You cannot really ask for more than that. So before I wrap this one up, please, if you've come this far into the video, just do me a little favour, hit that like and maybe the subscribe button if you've enjoyed this. And in the next episode, we are going to have another top of the table clash, as we are going to be facing off against Bayern Munich. But for this one, I'm going to wrap that one there. A big thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.